All right, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, the Hamashiach, who some of us call Yahweh Shai, Yeshua, Yehoshua. We mostly know as Jesus Christ. You have another Sakari member. Well, this is a little group here. It's about 3-4 of them that have started their own camp that have left Sakari. And this is probably going to continue throughout the year, depending on how successful these other groups are. Again, this is nothing new. This happens in Israel all the time. That's why we have to stop. Well, why the church got so many denominations? Because all a camp is a different denomination. It's just a different denomination. And sometimes the Methodists can do a conference with the Baptists. So you'll see unity camps. And it's nothing, a lot of times it ain't nothing personal. I don't have nothing personal against any brother in Israel. And even the personal faults that I have had, I've forgiven them. I let it go. It wasn't worth going back and forth from, especially because, I have an Israelite business. I have an Israelite business. So, there's been times I wasn't paid, times, Joker shorted me, never got back to me, people in leadership. But it ain't, you let it go and you just know, hey, you can't come back to me and do business with me. You know what I'm saying? Until you repent of that. We ain't got to discuss it and talk about it, and I ain't got to push you out there like that. But this public stuff we talking about right here, man, we gonna talk about it. I don't care how upset you get. We finna talk about it. Another Sakari member leaves, and he don't leave by himself, just like I said. And they never leave by themselves. Thank you for the subscriber that put in that comment. I read all the comments, y'all. I'm not no big time YouTuber. All right, I got time to read all them comments. I read every single one, and I choose whether I'm a respond. Does it need a respond? Do I wanna? But I read every single one. And thank you for the one that sent that talking about that movie Half Baked. I say that they always never leave by themselves. And this here, we gonna get into it. This one here, let me share my screen here. Boom, boom. This one here because they started the camp, and Deacon has started a camp. And all of those leaders will start a camp. And that's the thing. That's the thing about it, A lot of leaders, a lot of those people that are leaders, they're gonna do their own thing. They ain't gonna fall back under nobody, They fell under somebody one time, but once they learn, they ain't falling back under nobody. They're gonna go out and do their own thing. And again, nothing wrong with that. But this is part of the culture. There are hundreds of camps now, man. There may be hundreds. They just ain't in your algorithm. Just like you didn't know a Prince of Power. We weren't in your algorithm. And I wasn't big on pushing them. We had a brother that was the over the camera stuff. He kind of fell out, kind of went back into the world a little bit young. He's young though. It's hard for young people in this walk, man. It's very hard for them not to get distracted, not to be like, man, I'm missing so much. But he was still a good brother, still in contact with the brother, so forth. But he kind of went back out there a little bit, and I had to take back over the channel. This ain't really, this ain't really my actual channel. Like I have control of it now, but initially it wasn't like that. We had a person that did all of this before. And so I have a personal channel. And so you may see me, a lot of people who are YouTuber content creators, you may see me on other pages as Phineas Yasharala. Rather than, or you may see me sometimes hit your comments as Phineas Yasharala, and it's actually me. But anyway, let's get to it, man. All right, I'm no longer with Sakari. And y'all be like, man, dude, man, mind your business. Brother, they put the business out here. They want us to know. They want us to know. They want us to talk about it. All right. Hold on. We ain't got that. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Honor and glory to Yahweh, Shema Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, that's who the word only calls Jesus Christ. I am the Bakar Ward in Kodash Sariyah.
And I've known this brother, you know, a good while. And I know him. When I say that, it's like I've had one conversation. Like brothers be like, man, we know these people. I don't really know them, but I am familiar with the brother. We do have mutual friends in the world. That brought us together on one event where we was on the phone together debating a Christian. And this was very early in my walk, very early in his walk also. But he was already a part of Sicarii at that point, and we on the phone, you know, giving this Christian the business.
But as the title says, man, most people don't know, but I stepped down from
and probably was dead wrong. Probably was dead wrong, man.
Sakari. So this is not a clickbait thing. Like I'm no longer with Sakari. My brother Kodash, he's no longer with Sakari. And I also got another brother that's here, Nagap. He is no longer with Sakari. So it's like the title say, we're no longer with Sakari, man. I spent probably half a decade with the brothers, especially in Atlanta, man. I got nothing but love and respect for them brothers who do the work. Chief Priest Alazar, great man, a great man in the flesh, man. Taught me so many things about the Bible, taught me so many things as far as just outside of the Bible, right? But somebody said, are you going back to SOT? I was never with SOT, sis. I was never with SOT. So simply, I'll give you the origins, right? So when I first came into the truth, right, I was with Sakari in the beginning, right? So what happened is Joel of SOT, he was a part of HOI at the time. So when I first was in the truth, I used to do unity camps with them brothers. So a lot of people get that misconfused as I was with SOT or with HOI. But that whole time I was with Sakari. And that was just the beginning of my walk, right? Because Joel, he at the time, Sour Park, they was doing the work at 5 Points. And then we got into the actual building of the Sakari Atlanta. So that was going on before then. But like I say, man.
And if you watch my video that I did, you know, talking about how Yoel or Sons of Thunder leader rebukes Brother Phineas, you know, I gave y'all that origin that, you know, that he was starting the HOI, the branch of HOI. He was going to be the head, or maybe just the beginning, and Sour Park be the head of the new. Either way it go, let's just say he the head. He's gonna start and be the head of that HOI. And Shalakia, if that wasn't the case, and it was Sour Park, man. No, like don't brothers would get offended by that, man, and be all of my messages in Facebook, man. Like, but either way, Joel, he was the one that igniting it, starting it off until Shaw Park came down. To my understanding. And we were there because it was just Joel and another. We said, hey man, we'll be a support group for you. Plus, we were a beginning camp. We had been doing it a few months, but we never been around a camp doing it. So it's like, you know what, this could be a learning tool for us to just, you know, to understand the structure, so forth. After we left, Shower Park probably came down maybe a month or two after that or whatever. We out doing our own thing. We done went out, but Sakari was starting to branch down here too. They had a few members in Sakari, but I don't know if they felt like they had a leader. And so instead of letting them go out on their own, you know, he said, hey man, you know, why don't y'all go over there with HOI, who's being head over by Shower Par, and Yoel. And so now it's like 3-4 camp. Well, it's really just two camps. It's really two camps over there. HOI and some of the Sakari members, and everybody getting a little work, trying to learn how to become better speakers, so forth, and gleaning from each other. You know what I'm saying? And that was pretty much it. So a lot of people even tell me that, even my brother who's elder head over here, within what we call the Maccabean revolt, like it was Prince of Power, we merged with another branch of a splinter group with Cornerstone and became a camp. That's what I'm telling you, all this stuff over and over and over and over and over. These things do happen, all right, and stuff happens outside of doctrine. Even with my case, my father ended up getting sick. I ended up moving out of the area, and though I'm only like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, it's still kind of it's the travel wise stuff. It's just not the same. And the building and everything was in my name, and I was pretty much paying for the building myself for the most part. And so I had to, once that lease ended, I had to let go of the building and so forth. So, things happen. Things happen. People are shifted. All right. This is how the Lord. This is how the Most High works. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not, trying to defame brothers or trying to talk down on brothers and that. I'm just being honest. This is just what's happening. This is what happens. But even that brother, when he tell me all the time, man, I thought you was with a HOI. I thought y'all was HOI. When we came there, y'all were gone. We didn't even know we know what happened to you. And I was like, nah, but we had did a lot of unity camps before. That's why I ain't trusted, the brother enough to merge the camps together. Because I knew the brother's spirit, even though doctrinally, because it ain't the doctrine. It like I say, doctrinally, we differed on some things, but I understood the brother's spirit more. So I agree with his spirit more so than his doctrine. And we can work it out, the doctrine. If you got the right spirit, we can sit down and navigate through the doctrine, because maybe I'm wrong. But you have to have a certain spirit to be able to sit down and hash these things out and take the time to do it. It's not an overnight thing. But let's continue on here. But yeah, he was part of that initial Sicarii Atlanta group, and they were there kind of until chief priest end up shifting down to Atlanta and pretty much making Atlanta the headquarters, pretty much.
I love them brothers. I am no longer with Sakari. I got my own thing going on, my own camp. It's called the Mighty Men of David. If anybody interested, you can hit the email. You want to tell them the email?
The email is mmodgaborium@gmail.com if y'all want to join, man. The word Gaborium is right there on the screen. If you don't know how to spell it, it's right there. GIBBORIM. mmodgaborium@gmail.com.
Somebody put, I hope you share what's the real problem and not sugarcoat it. I'm not finna say what the actual problem is. We just all had disagreements, right?
And somebody said, I hope you share the real problem and don't sugarcoat it.
mmodgaborium@gmail.com.
Somebody put, I hope you share what's the real problem and not sugarcoat it. I'm not finna say what the actual problem is. We just all had disagreements, right? We all had disagreements, man. And sometimes, man, how you see, brothers got it. Sometimes brothers go left and you go right, man. It is what it is. It's no hate towards them brothers. I got nothing but love, admirations, all the good things, man, for them brothers, man. Oh man, I love you too, Sister Tanya. But yeah, man, we just gotta go on and do our own thing right now. You want to say something, Kodash?
Shalom, everybody. Yeah, like the brother said, you know, there's no hard feelings involved. You know, we have to make our grand exit. Sometimes when life give you lemons, you got to make lemonade. Just that simple, you know. Like in the beginning of this year, Chief prophesied that new beginnings. You know, you're gonna have to leap over walls and whatnot. There's gonna be a lot of new beginnings, and you know, as you can see, new beginnings is happening right now. Out of this mighty camp Sicarii, 2 new camps have sprung forth. You know, so we're gonna make this do what it do. You know, it is what it is. We're the
And
mighty
the
men of
same
David.
thing, even the same thing happened even with which with one body. They sprung out of IUIC. Man, a whole like it was an incident that happened in that IUIC Dallas, sprung out a few camps. A couple of different times there's been great splinters that have come from that Dallas area. But I know Strong Tower ended up coming out, One Body ended up coming out, and then Strong Tower ended up having a split. A lot of them brothers, some of them brothers went to HOI, some of them brothers kind of scattered around. They tried to start their own thing. I made them some shirts. One Body, they end up splintering off, and you had the battle axes, and it's another one, the Swords of the Spirit, or Sharpen the Spirit, something like that. But those brothers are still, click up and so forth. But a lot of times when them splinters happen, brothers kind of want their own thing. A lot of the strong brothers gonna be like, man, we gonna do our own thing, and the clicks are gonna click. All the clicks are gonna click once the split happen. All right, once you got the split, the clicks are gonna click. Bars.
Boredom, and if anybody wish to join, like we said, we just gave y'all an email. It's a step of growth. It's a step towards newness. It's towards doing what our spirit is telling us to do. So we just go do what we do from here.
And like always, it's not doctrinal problems. Like we don't have a problem with the doctrine. Like I believe the doctrine is bulletproof. To be honest.
So it said it's not a doctrinal problem. All right, we've heard it from everybody, from everyone who's supposedly leaving, and I know a lot of brothers was talking about the last brother I said or I implied that was leaving. He ain't leaving. Hey, I ain't no prophet. I'm not a prophet now. Okay, but if these brothers end up being successful and then this thing end up becoming something, and Deacon Assad and them end up becoming something, that brother gonna leave. Trust and believe that brother gonna leave. Bars. I don't know where they coming from today. Bars.
So we still gonna teach the same things. I say yes. I'm gonna get back to doing the classes. I'm gonna go back to pushing the truth. Of course, we're gonna be out there doing the work, doing the count, because it's certain intangibles that you learn in Sakari, right? Simple stuff like doing the work. Somebody highlighted that. If you're not in the truth. If you're not in IUIC, you're not in the truth. You highlighted that on mistake. No, you're trying to delete it here. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna keep pushing the truth. If anybody knows me, my brother, my truly good brother is Assad. So I'm gonna always be bouncing scriptures off with him. We're gonna always be connected as far as that thing. So we're gonna always push the truth, right? But it's just another way to spread out the truth, man. It's not all of us concentrated in one area. Of course, we're gonna be on the other side of Atlanta. And Lord willing, man, we can meet back in the middle. Like I love them brothers, man. I got no problem with them.
And I can see that. I can see brothers still doing unity camps. With the brothers. I done seen that happen. I've not seen it happen. Eventually things were sour between HOI and Sons of Thunder, but brothers kind of let things go. Things are a little sour between them, and I don't know if they sour, but I haven't seen them since the split. I haven't seen them come together, which makes me speculate that things may be still unresolved, or there may be issues with Sons of Thunder and the Anointed Saints. They end up having a split, and those brothers end up starting a body and doing well. Doing I say doing well, man, they end up getting a building and end up doing certain things and continuing to do the work.
Brothers, we just have a difference in opinion, and we're just going a different way. Um, I'll look in the chat. I'll take a couple questions.
Back chat.
I don't know who that is. Who? Somebody. Yeah, in the truth, either you Yasharala or a heathen. That's right.
That's right. You either Yasharala or you the heathen. You ain't both. Yasharala ain't the heathen. So y'all be saying stuff, y'all be, again, ain't no Israelite, no heathen.
But if anybody wishing or anybody hoping we speak down on Sakari, man, I ain't that type. This ain't no like mob thing where somebody go give up the mob secrets type thing. It ain't really nothing bad. There's no wickedness. It's just brothers got difference of opinions. So if you're looking for me to somehow put some type of dirt on the priest's name or Chief Priest Salazar, that's not gonna happen with me. I'm gonna always speak highly of that brother. I learned so much from him, like all those good things.
And look at the comments. Dang, what's going on? Shalom Akim. It's all love between brethren, and I pray it is. I pray it is all love between brethren, and that it ain't something shaky going on. Because this thing is keep dwindling, keep happening. These ain't little personal things that this happened to this person, this happened to this person, this happened to this person. Nah, something going on, and I think about that Monyon. Bars. Something going on, and I think it's about that Monyon. And I think it's about that bread, that money. And that was one of my things, is that even while, paying for the school, brothers said they was going to, do certain things, and we had certain commitments, but those things didn't fall through. But when you have that money involved, it complicates things. It complicates things when money is involved. That's why a lot of people can't see certain things or can't leave some of these organizations that they're in, because that money is tied up. All their expenses are tied up. And I know y'all want to live like them folk were living back in the day, but them folk don't live like they lived back in the day. If you get those bars, I know you want to live like them people live back in the day, but they don't spiritually live the way them people live back in the day. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Almost in parables today.
Like, I see a lot of people want us to go in details with what's going on with them. As far as Sakari, like I say, I'm not speaking on them. It's up to Chief if he wants to speak on it, all right?
Chief might talk that talk, man. Chief may talk that talk. Brothers ain't gonna say it first, though. That's what they. All the brothers that are leaving, they not gonna say it first. This brother has 2 other brothers with him.
So you got to ask him to delve in deep with that stuff, man. I'm not speaking on Sakari after this. After this, we pushing the work forward. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and tell y'all I'm no longer in Sakari. These brothers are no longer in it, and we're gonna keep pushing it forward, right? We got our own thing going on.
How y'all like our new signets? What y'all think about that? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all like our new signets. Y'all think this is dope?
Yeah, put a 1 in the chat. You like the new signet? I'll see. Somebody said, "What do the prospect do?" I mean,
somebody asked, "What do the prospect do?" What is a prospect? A prospect is like a motorcycle club. A camp is like a motorcycle club. All right. Some camps you have to do certain things. You have to take written tests. You have to be there a certain amount of weeks. As a prospect, you might be the one taking out the trash and cleaning up the building. You're just in the prospect agents areas. You'll see prospects in IUIC. They don't have the purple shirts on. They'll have on the black shirts. They may you may see people outside of the Sakari. They don't have on the Sakari shirts, or you'll see them and they have on fringes and they're on the other side. They're not, on the side with Sakari. They're on the other side, just listening in, just, showing that, they're in attendance, trying to glean, trying to learn, and to, to give a show of numbers.
Oh, yeah, Sister Tanya, man, thank you for the super chat. All praises. I see a lot of ones, man. That's right, man. Israel, y'all love too much drama, man. That's crazy.
Israel love that drama. We love it. Candy.
Yeah, this ain't no sitcom. We ain't finna get y'all no show and all that. You know what I'm saying? We love them brothers, and the brothers love us. We just not finna get into all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna get on here and tell us what happened at your house between you and your girlfriend or you and your brother last week, is you? Nah. So why would we get on here and tell you what happened between us and our brother?
Yeah, because you got to look at it in the sense of this, right? All of us had teachers before, right? So when you was in middle school, right, and it was time to go to high school, do you hate your middle school teachers? No, you respect what they did for you. You respect what you learned. It's just time to move forward.
So you want to shoot a shirt again?
Yeah, we're gonna watch about 3 more minutes of this, and then I'll make my closing remarks and we'll get up out of here. Make sure y'all go to Debacle War. Go subscribe to his channel. If you're a Sakari like, go subscribe to his channel.
Oh yeah, they loving the
He's still gonna be preaching
stuff.
the same thing. And if y'all need, y'all want to finish watching the video, fair use, salute to him.
What Gaborium is, and
okay, let me stop.
There's certain precepts y'all can go into if y'all want to look up what Gaborium is and where it speak on the mighty men of David in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can look into that and get a little more history and understanding on what the word is actually talking about and what they actually did. These were the elite military men of King David's army. They went everywhere he went. And they put in work with him on the front line as he put in work all at the same time. And that's what we're pushing. That's what we are. We are them guys. We are them dudes, the ones on the front line, the ones out there. We're going to stay out there. When the king go down, we're going down with him. It's just that simple.
Oh, man, they said y'all want one, man. Hit the email. No, I'm not. I'm not still in Sakari. I see some. Are you still in Sakari, King? No.
Ain't that the title of the?
No, it's all good. A lot of people are confused, man.
I see.
So I take a couple questions. If y'all got any biblical questions, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'll answer it. But this is not going to be a long live. It was never intended to be. Somebody put, what's the email? Put the email in there, nigga. This was never intended to be a long live. It was never intended to put dirt on anybody's name. I was just explaining simply, I'm not a part of Sakari. And as far as this channel, we're going to get back to the regular scheduled program. Oh, you're a prospect.
Prospect who?
Somebody put, I got nothing but love for you, brothers, but this is confusing for me being a prospect.
And that's another thing I wanted to deal with is that prospect that which y'all want to call a newcomer. Oh, y'all want to say that's a proselyte. That's wrong. I don't agree with that. A proselyte is a heathen convert. But anyway, that prospect is concerned. He's confused about what's going on. He's just coming into this thing. He may even be paying that monion. He may even be paying monion to be some organizations have member fees. And he's concerned he's confused what's going on. Everybody's falling off. Do I need to step away? What is going on? Is this thing ending? Why all the leadership leave? Because this brother, the Baka War, I think he was positioning at one point to be the leader of the Atlanta camp. Maybe if Chief Priest and Hazard and them may have went somewhere and so forth, but I think he did. He had been there. Telling you, been over 5 years. But yeah, that's an important question, and that shows that even in these splits, man, those little children, them little ones that are young in the faith, the children get hurt when the parents split. What Jay-Z said? I don't know. He said something like that though about something with the kids when the parents split. But yeah, man, when the parents go through a divorce, is painful to the children. If y'all had that Jay-Z bar that I'm looking for, put it in the comment.
Somebody put did you leave over mushroom and seaweed, doctor? No, I don't even eat mushroom or seaweed.
Then you had his brother here, J Dub, saying some aren't confused, they just want something to gossip about. And it could be a point. But if that brother's a prospect and he's in there, and he got his key green for some reason, and that may mean he's a member of that channel. He's a member of the channel, maybe you should tell your donors and, hey man, those that are part of the organization what is going on. If don't nobody else know. But I don't even know if they can control it. I think they kept this thing in-house, but evidently it's not an isolated thing. It's not just, oh, I had an art with Hassad, I had an art with this brother. Something happened universally with me speculating. Something happened that offended all of these brothers, and probably more than them. It's just other people took it on the chin, and other jokers like or no, I ain't, or low, I ain't dealing with that. That's too much. Now that's too much. Now.
Yeah, that's right. Also subscribe to Kudak's personal page.
Yeah, new footage coming out soon. Gonna get cracking. Just have to earn out a lot of wrinkles to get everything in order, what you see. So we'll be back at it like crack at it, like people say.
Yeah. No, Sister Tanya, as far as getting a shirt,
and we'll end there, man. Let me bring me back up full screen here. I think it's gonna be more. I don't think that's gonna be the end. I think some more people is gonna unravel a little more. Until some things are addressed. But I think it may probably be financial again. I'm going back on the I don't think it's doctrinal. I think it's something with the finances. I think something happened that has affected all of these brothers to the point of them being offended. I don't know if I can believe this, some of these personal offenses that are being thrown around. Because what's the personal offense for that brother and the other brother, and then the other brother that's behind the camera that they're with, that they've started another camp. Again, this thing is not going to be, they never leave by themselves. And even if it is an isolated issue, even if a person just has a fault with me, that individual will still try to pull other people and get in other people's ears. Chief got he got a daunting task ahead of him. To try to control the flock, to get the sheep back under control, because there are other herders that are around, and they may not be purposely doing these things, but they could be a distraction to the flock that could get the attention of the flock and end up pulling away even more members from that organization. And maybe it may not be a big deal to them. Maybe it is a big deal. I'm just saying, some of the things that could happen. And I'm sure that's what he's working on right now, is trying to get that flock under control and trying to get the damage control, and the fire down. Say if it's like a fire in the field and the sheep done went crazy, you gotta first put out the fire, and then you gotta get the sheep and bring them back into the pasture and comfort them and let them know that everything's gonna be straight. Y'all hit the comments. Tell me what you think. I know y'all gonna bet, man, he just a camp basher. He don't know. Just a speculator. Just hit the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. I'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.